have absolutely loved this tourist spot. Well, I mean, I think any place is gonna seem extra special when you're falling in love, but this one especially feels like our perfect little haven. We've just parked here every night and gotten to know each other a lot better. And now we're gonna go to Portland and completely changed course. And I know that it's the right decision. So I'm excited, but on the other hand, I am not a city girl anymore. I used to love the city, thrive in the city, and now, oh my gosh, I feel like I grow really like depleted and exhausted in cities. So I think it's gonna be interesting to navigate living in a city in two vehicles. And I know that it's temporary, and also I'm just trying to have the mindset of like, maybe it's gonna be really fucking awesome, and like maybe we'll be really happy and it'll be great. And I love thinking like that, because why think the worst? Like, what's the point? I mean, if it's bad, then why are we going through it twice? It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be great. I think it's whatever we make it. But I do love the forest. How are you today? Do you like the snow?
When I'm dressed for it.
The first snow of the year is always so beautiful and magical. Usually I don't like winter, but here it just felt really fun and exciting. I felt like a kid and went outside and played with Manuka. Huckleberry and Manuka get along so well, and it makes it so much easier that they've become best friends and want to do everything together. And now it's time to get my van in order, make some breakfast and coffee, and put everything away so we can get on the road. There are certain places that are easier to leave, but something I've found with van life is, you know, you're not just leaving a location, you're leaving like a moment or a time in your life, and it becomes really clear that you won't go back there. So it's more than just moving geographically, it's like you're moving through time, and seeing our old marks where we were parked, it kind of felt like, all right, goodbye to this chapter. So I can't believe I was supposed to be like flying to the Cayman Islands tomorrow to have a completely different life, to rent a place, get a job working 6+ days a week, crazy hours, and just serving, which is something I really do. I didn't want to go back to serving, so I've been bartending since I was like 18 years old and serving since I was 15. And I think when I was in my early 20s, I obviously worked with some older women who were in their 30s at the time, and I thought that was old. And I just thought, I never want to be in my 30s and still in the service industry. I just knew that's never my career. Like, I wanted to be an actress, and so serving was just a means to an end. It was just supposed to support my acting career. And I made a vow to myself that when I am 30, no more serving and bartending. So one thing, when this opportunity in the Cayman was presented to me, like, so my brother's there. That's a huge reason I wanted to go, spend some time with him. He's the brother I've seen the least. 2, I'm fucking broke as shit, and it's a great way to make a shit ton of money in a short amount of time, and it's not taxed. That's the great thing about the Cayman Islands. But I would be breaking this vow to myself. I wouldn't be honoring this promise that like no more serving or bartending at 30. And so far I've honored that. Like, I quit my last bartending gig when I was 29. Haven't gone back since. So I would really like to honor that, and I'm no longer going to the Cayman Islands. I have made this decision. Yeah, that guy that I was talking about, so kind of crazy about him, and I think it's maybe reciprocated a little bit. And we talked about it, and I was like, so what happens? Like, what's gonna happen? I'm either going to Canada or Cayman, and he has this job in Portland, and he's like, oh, I'm scared to say. And I'm like, tell me, like, if you were to hope for anything, what would it be? It would be that I stayed, and pretty much right then and there I was like, okay, I'm staying. And I was like, my heart would be so sad to leave, especially at the beginning of something so beautiful. And the minute I decided to stay, I felt like such a sense of relief. It's just so much better. But now I'm lucky going to Portland. Life is completely changed. So let's see what's in store in Portland. We did all our errands for the day, and then we're ready to head north. And as we were climbing the pass, the weather got progressively worse. There was a transport just stuck in the ditch, and so we pulled over. And Shane told me he wanted to turn around and go back where it was safer. I wanted to keep driving. I was like, we'll be fine. But he was pretty insistent and wanted to keep us both safe, which was probably smart. Neither of us have snow tires. So we turned back in the direction we came, and he knew a spot we could camp.
Yeah, we gotta go explore that place, babe.
Where? Over there?
Yeah.
Let's go. You're handling 2, but can you take 3? Get it! Oh my god!
Just make this got it back in place.
Make some tea and snacks, do some reading and writing, and soak in the forest and the quiet before we head to the busy city.
And now I'm going to work with the only company ever. It's like all my hard work is starting to pay off. And then I also met you. The most beautiful girl in the whole wide world.
Aww.
And that's like, we just put like whipped cream and cherries and Oreo cookies on top now.
You're so cute. I like looking at you. I like filming you. You're a great subject. You're a star, baby.
Wanna see my butthole?
After months of fire ban, it was really nice to build a fire at our little spot here in the woods. And I think it's one of the benefits of the colder days is getting to sit all cozy and warm around the fire. It's funny that we were supposed to spend the whole weekend in the city, and instead we got these extra few days in the woods just letting the dogs run around, and it's definitely a slower pace. So I think it all happened as it was meant to. So I have never had a shower in someone's rig before. I have friends that have showers, but I've never had the opportunity to. So having a steaming hot shower in Shane's bus is honestly one of my greatest happiness. I get to look at this window and see the beautiful forest as this like scalding hot water. is rushing down on me. So this is like my new favorite luxury. It's something I just accepted I would never have in my van, but now having access to this, it is a game changer. Makes my day better, mental health better. I absolutely love it. So tomorrow's Monday and Jane has to start work, so we are for sure leaving today to get to Portland. And this is a whole new adventure that lies ahead, so let's see how van life and bus life goes in the city.